Welcome to Swans Talk with me, Richard Watts. I'll hand straight over to Trevor Richards, who's talking to Danny North.
Good evening, Danny. 1-1 at Handsworth. A good result?
Yeah, it was a really good result. I think obviously we had a few missing, but not to take away from the lads tonight. They put in one hell of a shift. I did think, I'm not going to lie, I did think when they scored, I thought we rode our luck a bit, and they've broke us down. But credit to the boys, we've gone again like they usually do, and we've managed to equalise, which I felt, although they were on top quite a bit, I think we had the better chances at times.
With Peter Wynn scoring on his debut appearance?
No, it's Tom Warby.
Was it Tom Warby?
Yeah, Winnie's tried to claim it, but no, Tom is exactly where I'd want him as a striker, in and around that 6-yard box. Joel Chapman has come on, he's done really well, and he's managed to beat his man on the side, cut it back to Tom like the tightest angle, and Tom's finished it.
Yeah, it was excellent from Joel Chapman, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Like I say, it's brilliant. He's come on. Obviously, told him yesterday that he'd be involved and that he would get minutes as well. I don't, as tough as it is, I like if I'm bringing reserve lads across, I'll always try and give minutes out, cause especially coming away from home on a Wednesday night. But no, obviously he's come on earlier than probably anticipated, he thought. But no, he's done brilliant, not just for the goal, but his all-round work rate for the team, filling in obviously on the left and tracking back defensively. And I know that's not his game, but when your backs are against the walls a bit and you need everyone to dig in, he's done that.
And Sam Cable, he appeared to pull hamstring?
Groin. I thought it was his hamstring at first, but he's come off. He says every time he moves it clicks. So that doesn't sound. I'm no doctor, but it doesn't sound fantastic. But we'll just see how he is. He's a fighter, Sam, and if he can, he will play. But obviously, I don't want to, at the same token, make him play if he's not right.
Now this is a Wednesday, so normally we train on Thursday and you're not going to be training.
No.
North Day, but the game might not be on Saturday, judging by the pitch.
Yeah, I've just seen a couple of photos and it's don't look too good.
So Frickley, what do you think about Frickley on Saturday, assuming the game goes ahead?
Yeah, so obviously we played them. It doesn't feel like too long ago because we've not had loads of games, but obviously their keeper scored a last-minute equaliser, and I thought over the course of the game we were the better team that day. But they grind results out. They're up there in the table on merit, like anyone at this stage of the season. You are where you are. Obviously, I know we've got a lot of games to catch up on, but no, there'll be a tough test of a young team with a little bit of experience, and they try and play the right way, which obviously we'd have to be at our best to get anything from it.
Okay, and we've got Christmas coming up, 2 away games, Bottisford and Pickering.
Yeah.
Does that give you problems for team selection, etc., with that 2 games like that? They're quite close together, aren't they?
Yeah, 26th and the 30th, isn't it? So no, it is what it is. I think one or two lads are away. Obviously, injuries are part and parcel of it. But if I need to go and get a player or two, I will. But on the same token, there's reserve players that I've seen that can definitely, like tonight's proven. Obviously Joel's come in and he was brilliant, and Matty's with us all the time anyway, and he's sat in the holding midfield role and looked like he played there for years. He does that in training a lot. When we do all the small-sided games, he's one of the most comfortable on the ball, and he can run the show at times, so he can fill in there, and we've got options. Like I say, injuries coming apart and parcel of it, but we'll manage it and we'll deal with it as we always have and always will.
Okay, thank you very much, Danny.
No worries.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
I'm joined by Aaron Walton, and we've got a couple of games to look back on. It's been a while since there's been any football action. The win at Tadcaster and a good point last night at Handsworth. So 4 points from 6 away from home. You can't complain about that, can you?
Certainly can't. Not with the Tadcaster game. That was we was going and expecting if we get a draw, we'll have done well. But what a strange game and what a great performance, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah, it was. Yeah,
went 1-0 up, then we got tagged back on the stroke of half time, which we usually do. So there's that 5 minutes 40 minutes to 45. I wouldn't like to see our stats, how many goals we've conceded between 40 and 45, and also 90 and whatever the ref wants to give at the end of the game as well.
Is
So
it
we
enough
must
for
have
the
been.
opposition to score?
Oh, Richard, you can't be like that. You're getting. That's my influence on you. But it's true. It is true. However, that we were the benefactors of that on last night. We will get to that the Handsworth game. But a real good performance against Tadcaster. I thought everybody had a really good game. Even Muzzy in goal, all the way through to the strikers. You particularly wanted to chat about Ewan Healy, didn't you? Because he had a full game, didn't he? And you like the look of Ewan, don't you?
Yeah, I thought it had a really good game. Just sat in front of the back four, picking things up and getting things moving.
Absolutely.
Alongside
He's
Craig
got,
King, it looks a good combination.
well, just Kingy just seems to get fitter and fitter, and like I say, last night he was running the game, wasn't he? But definitely Ewan was missed last night, but he certainly played well against Tadcaster, who were in transition with Mick O'Connell, aren't they? I had a chat with Mick who was the manager of Tadcaster. I had a chat with Mick when I went to watch them against Bottisford on Saturday, and he was saying they were sort of a club in transition and trying to sort of pick things up and get things going. But he was really impressed with Barton. He said that he actually said he's one of the best teams that Tadcaster have played, and he certainly likes Thomas Wardby, as he calls him. He certainly likes Tom.
Yeah, he's just having a fantastic season, isn't he? Just
Introduced. Again, a really good game, and I think you intimated on last night that was a really good choice, making him captain.
yeah, I think so.
A really good
Sort of
choice.
like he's one of these sort of inspirational leaders, doesn't he? Who gets out and does the job himself.
Yes,
So
yeah, he
he's
does. I mean, he'll try and he'll try and manufacture something himself, won't he? So he's sort of that way. And as I say, it was a sort of really good result against Tadcaster, a 3-1 win. We went 1-0 up. Then they pulled one back, and then we scored sort of late-ish on, didn't we, in the second half?
Tom Warby 78 minutes, and then Craig King on 90 to wrap
Yeah,
it
I
up.
mean, there was a sending off. A
Yes.
massive kerfuffle, as we call it, on the far side of the pitch. I think Sam Cable was well. It wasn't his fault for a change, was it? He sort of got.
No.
He went in for a tackle. I don't think their centre half liked it. It might have left a little bit on him. I don't know, but centre half didn't like it. Got him by the neck, and then all hell let loose, didn't they? Because everybody joined in, which culminated in their centre half getting sent off, and Danny Chapman getting sent off. He took the walk of shame, but he was only protecting his colleagues, so that wasn't a bad thing. So I don't know how many games Danny's got. He wasn't there last night, so is it just a one match ban? I'm not sure.
I would imagine it's one match ban. I would imagine unless it's classed as violent conduct, in which case it's 3, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I couldn't really see what he was doing, to be honest. I thought he was
No.
just coming up. I thought he'd just walk around the pitch he wasn't playing, so he was going to get his tracksuit off and getting his civvies and get off home. But no, he got sent off. So that was Tadcaster. That was 3-1, and a real good result on a slightly heavy pitch, I thought, as well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Wasn't many there. A little bit disappointed with the crowd as well. I mean, I thought Taddy would have a few more people coming to watch. I think crowds, although Matt Jones said crowds have been up, a lot of games I've gone to, there don't seem to be many there. I maybe because I'm there, I don't know, maybe put people off, but there just doesn't seem to be. There just seems to be a few teams that seem to get lots and lots of people because they're doing well. Hallam are the sort of anomaly there, aren't they? Because they're sort of they're not doing badly, but they're not tearing any trees up either, are they? But they're getting
Yeah.
6, 7s, and 8s, which is,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
was it the biggest gate of the season in the league against us, 800 and something? I think it was, wasn't it?
823. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest one. So it shows Barton can pull a crowd. I know that. So that's good. But obviously, excuse me, Emily are always get because they're doing well, aren't they? But
Certainly
I
are.
don't know. I don't know if there's anybody else who's really getting a lot in, because I know Barton are struggling a little bit to get people in. So we're getting a bit sort of concerned that we're not getting people through the gate. But no, you never know. You never know. So
I
we'll
think
go on.
I think people will go and watch a winning side, no matter what level. I think people will go and watch a winning side.
Yeah, I find that alien because that's football to me. Is you go and watch your team, whether they
Yeah.
win, lose, or draw. You have a
Yeah.
chunter when they lose, you cheer when they win, and you're reasonably happy when they draw. I find it difficult. I don't know. I just find it difficult that people won't come because you're not winning. Well, it's a difficult one. You can't win in life all the time, can you? You've got to take the
No,
rough
that's
with the
right.
smooth.
No.
It's character building.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
your team's lost on a Saturday, you can have a good chunter on a Sunday and a Monday, and then you'll be all guns blazing for Tuesday night or Saturday to
Mm.
sort of, come on, we're going to win. So again, yeah, you're right in that respect, but I find it difficult to understand why
Mm.
people won't come and support the team. It's
Yeah.
not a king's ransom to get in, and you get thoroughly entertained. So, but hey ho, what do we know? So
Yeah.
let's get back onto last night's game, Richard. A trip to Sheffield. To Handsworth, lovely setup at Handsworth, Richard. I think you'll
Yeah, it
agree.
is. Yeah, it's very nice ground. Yeah.
Apart from
And
the car
good to
park.
have know where the pitch to get a game on.
Yeah, exactly. But that was getting a little bit slippery, wasn't it, with the
It
ice?
was. Yeah. Yeah.
But we nearly didn't get there because you nearly fell through a pothole, didn't you?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that was the only downside to it. They've got a
Well,
few craters on the drive up to the car
well,
park.
yeah, it was like lunar landscape, wasn't
It
it? There,
was. Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Answorth, we're clutching at straws here, but that's the only sort of thing we can find fault with.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything's superb at that ground.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Really nice. Everything good about it, and. We was a little bit light, weren't we, on troops last night, weren't we? We didn't
Yeah,
have a full
certainly
bench.
were. And not helped by Henry Cook getting poleaxed early with
Yeah,
a lot of the game
yeah,
left to go and having to go off. So it was a really scratch lineup, really.
it was. And I mean, to be fair, Matty Clayton come on and looked like he'd always been in the first team.
Yeah, did well. Yeah.
He just slots in seamlessly. I'm surprised he don't get more minutes, but played really well. If we talk about it was a funny one, wasn't it? When Henry Cook, I mean, from where we was, it looked like it sort of just got caught with a follow through.
Yeah.
However, there was a massive melee. It was handbags, wasn't it? So obviously the players had seen something that hadn't gone on, and I'd chatted to one or two people in the know at half time, and they said it was a naughty one, and the guy from Handsworth should have really walked. But
Mm.
we were in the same sort of vein as a referee, weren't we? Well, it looked like a follow
Yeah, from
through.
our position. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I caught up with Henry at full time because he was still limping. Just asked him how he was really, which was a silly question because he was in pain. And he said, yeah, it was a follow through, but he didn't need to do it. So there you go. So it looks. I don't think Henry will be playing Saturday, but you never know with Henry because he's such a battler.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he's not playing, he'll be missed because he
Yeah.
really is. He gets his sleeves rolled up and he really gets involved in that. So that was that. So first half, it was very. I thought it was even. Didn't you? Did as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Obviously,
Played some good stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it was some good stuff. Jack Tanser came back and He had one or two nice touches, give the ball away once or twice, but you'd expect that when he's not really played that sort of standard of football for a year and a half. He still can't tackle. So, but hopefully, he'll get better. But he always looks confident on the ball, doesn't he? So, he'll only get better. And he wasn't. He didn't play badly. He played all right. And I mean, Danny North wanted about 55 minutes out of him, and he got about 70 out of him. So he did well. He did well. He lasted. He's only a young lad anyway. Should be lasting, but. As we all know, training is completely different to playing a match, or training is different to running a race. It's completely different. So, and then so we created a few chances in the first half. They created a few chances. Muzzy pulled off a couple of nice saves in the right place at the right time. I don't think Dylan Parkin, their keeper, really had a save to make in the first half, did he?
A great opportunity, a terrific ball from Harrison Coley that set Tom Warby up, and you would have put your mortgage on him putting it in, but he put it wide, didn't he?
He did, put it wide, So that was our biggest chance of the first. And then second half, we were really up against it, weren't we? Because somebody else went off, didn't they? Who else went off? Sam Cable went off, didn't he?
That's right, and so you got him. You got missing in your midfield. You got Cook missing, Playford missing, and Healy missing. Three vastly experienced midfielders. It was certainly a makeshift.
It was, wasn't it? Because you had Craig King doing an enormous amount of work. Last night, one team really was. And again, I'm gonna give a shout out for Clark Greaves again, Richard.
Superb, superb.
Really, really good game. It was a bit of a home game for Clark because he's a Sheffield lad. But to me, he's just getting better and better. I hear some people saying, "Oh, I don't think much to him," and I'm thinking, "Well, what are you watching? Where are you watching? He's playing really well."
Prospect, yeah,
definitely. Will Wardby, another combative performance, puts everything into it. Really good. So a lot of players putting a lot of effort in. Joel Chapman had to come on, didn't he? Because as I say, Joel's with obviously the reserves. He come in. Now he's not a defender, and he was having to do a lot of defending, and the players their players were getting past him quite a bit, weren't they? But he never gave in. He kept going, and it was his cross and his determination that got us the equaliser, wasn't it? Because they scored late on. Was it 84?
84, yeah. I mean, it was coming. Well, there had been some heroic blocks from Papel and Smaller, but it had to be breached at some time. You couldn't go on with that sort of pressure.
It was like the walls of Jericho, wasn't it? Really, I mean, it was just attack. And Barton weren't really. I mean, we've been to places like Shirebrook where we've been backs against the wall, but we get the ball, we defend well, then we give it away. But we weren't really giving it away, were we? It was just Handsworth were just coming forward. I mean, we particularly liked a lad who was making his debut, and it was Jack Dolman, wasn't it? Their number 3. He was making his debut at Stocksbridge, but he's been well schooled. I mean, he was at Chesterfield. He's played at Chesterfield, so he's played at a really high level. And it looks like he has, didn't he? Because he was really playing really well. But when you got players like, Craig Nelthorpe, Alfie Dodsworth, Tom Bishop, Mitch Dunn in your team, Tom Cropper, they're a good team. They're a good, aren't they? And they play some good football. They just couldn't finish. I mean, it was a bit of a miss-hit, wasn't it, that they scored with?
Yeah.
To be honest. So they went 1-0 up, and you think, well, I was thinking, oh no, here he goes. It could be 2 or 3 now because our lads are absolutely out on the feet. Leon Howarth come on, didn't he? And he missed a sitter, didn't he?
He did, slipped, didn't he? He was right through.
Yeah, he slipped. And who else came on and missed? I think maybe Sean Tutton. He missed a header, sort of virtually, he headed it over the bar when it was easier to head it in. So you was thinking, oh no, it's going to be a long ride home, and our mine and yours long winning streak of not losing when we travel together is going to be, that's it. But it wasn't, was it?
No.
A really gutsy performance.
First opportunity, Joel Chapman got to attack. Good long ball.
I'm not sure about
Good long ball from Clark Greaves, flicked on by Tom Warby.
Yeah,
It gets him to the byline, and he cuts in, knocks a great ball in.
Yeah, and who finishes it off? Well, we all know who finishes it off.
Yeah.
Is it Tom Warby again?
Yeah.
So I don't know what Tom's up for the season. What's he up for now? He must be. Is he on 20 yet?
Can't be far off, can he? So
I think it must be about 19 goals. He's having such a good season, but 1-1.
I've just checked it. He's on 18.
18. Wow.
15 in the league and 3 in the cup. He's joint top scorer in the league with Robbie Fox of Albion.
Albion, yeah, we know Robbie, good player. So, and then there were still chances after that, weren't there, Richard? Because the referee seemed to find God knows how many minutes to play. Because, I mean, really, there was a couple of injuries, but there's nothing. I mean, what did we play in the first half? 2 minutes, and there was two bad injuries.
When there was a couple of lengthy stoppages.
There was handbags at 20 paces. There was a long stoppage for Cookie. And then obviously, so this, that, and the other, and the ball getting off the pitch and what have you. And he only played 2 minutes, and then second half, where it was relatively. I mean, there was a few subs come on, but it wasn't long, and the ball seemed to stay on the pitch for quite a while. And then he said 5 or 6, and you think, good God, we really are going to play till the win. But still, they both had chances. I mean, Pete Wynn had a chance, didn't he? Dylan Parkin had to sort of scoop that away, and then against Barton, I think I can't remember who had a chance. One of their lads had a chance, but again, heroic defending. But I think a really, really good point. I think, as daft as it sounds, last night's was a bit like a 3-pointer. Really, I know we've only got a point, but
that's right. Yeah,
for confidence and for gelling the lads together, that's got to be one of the best performances we've seen this season, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Really, they worked hard, they worked for each other, and they never give in. Because, I mean, when that goal went in, I mean, my heart sunk. I thought, oh, God, they've done all that defending, and we're going to lose. But they just never know when to stop. So that's 1-1. So we're happy with that. We've gone home. We've got a point. So we've not moved up the table, but we're still pretty good. I think we played 16 now. I think we played 16 games. So we're still well behind most teams. I think most teams have played 18, 19, and 20, haven't they? So
yeah.
We've got Frickley on Saturday. So all being well, if it's a couple of dry days, it'll be on. So we've had a dry day today, which is a nice, dry, windy Friday and a nice sunny Saturday morning, instead of the usual wet fest we get. Yeah. So we've got Frickley. That'll be a tough one, Richard, because Frickley are up there this season, aren't they?
And, of course, the game at Frickley was when their goalkeeper equalised in stoppage time.
Oh, I wasn't there, so was you there?
Yeah. My goalkeeper went up for the last kick of the game and headed it in.
Oh, so was it a 2-1 or a 1-1?
That made it 1-1.
1-1. So
yeah, we would have had 3. We should have had 3 points.
So you've seen Frickley. Do you think Barton can do them if Barton have everybody out? Everybody playing
at full strength. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're not a bad side. It's a better Frickley side than last season.
Yeah.
I think we should be able to overcome them if we're at full strength.
Well, they beat us last season at the Easy Buy, didn't they?
Yeah.
But that was early on. So we've got Frickley Saturday, but we want to talk about the Christmas period, don't we? Because we've got a Friday night game. So this is new to the Bartonians. I know they like to frequent the ale houses of Barton on a Friday night. But if you can get down and get down to the Easy Buy and watch Barton Town on Friday, the 22nd of December, we're playing Tadcaster Albion, who we beat 3-1. But Tadcaster are a good team. Got a good manager there as well. You can do 2 for the price of 1. You can watch your live football and you can drink your ale. And it's also Christmas time. So what more do you want? So that's Tadcaster. Tadcaster, Friday the 22nd. We have a Boxing Day game, haven't we, Rich?
Yeah.
And who's that against?
That's our friends Bottisford away. It's going to be a tough game, as they always are against Bottisford.
They are, and
this is a better Bottisford side, isn't it, in terms of playing football and what
Mike
Thompson.
Yeah, Mike Thompson, the manager's got him ticking. We all know Mike. He was a bit of a cult hero at Barton Town, captain for a few seasons. Nice guy. I've been to see Bottisford quite a few times this season, simply because Barton's games have been off, and they play a nice brand of football. Very unlucky to lose against Emley in stoppage time 1-0. They beat Hallam 2-1. They drew with Albion Sport 1-1. They beat Tadcaster 2-1. So they're no mugs. They're young lads, a little bit naive at the back at times, but they've got some good players, some familiar faces there for us. The likes of Reece Moody, the likes of Eddie Rogerson is there. Who's the other lad who I was telling you yesterday?
I can't remember. Who's
that?
Dunkley,
Charlie Dunkley. Yes, Charlie. That's who I was on about, Charlie. Charlie Dunkley, always a good player. Never looks any older, Charlie, like Peter Pan. Who else is there? Can you remember? Here's one for you. Can you remember a lad called Josh Eccles?
Vaguely.
Sandy Hairdew. Rob Watson brought him in. He didn't get much of a run, but very, 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 very talented, very good player when he gets on the ball. Loses the ball a bit because he sometimes does a bit too much, but really easy on the eye and good to watch. He really is a good player, especially on that 4G surface. And get yourself, Barton fans, get yourself over to Bottisford, because it's certainly one of the better grounds now. It's probably gone from, I'm sick of saying this, probably gone from one of the worst grounds in the league to probably one of the better grounds, or the best, one of the best. It's the 4G.
Certain to be on, isn't it, with the artificial surface, unless there's a heavy frost or snow or whatever. But
it'll be on. They've got they've done away with all that stuff underneath the stands, so they've just got a standing area which is flat, and then they've got two little stands with seats in them, yellow and blue seats either side of that stand, and then the rest of the ground's open, but it's you can watch, and they've got a massive fence all the way around. So it really does look tidy. I mean, it's a nice place to watch your football. So all being well, that's the 26th. That's Boxing Day. That's a 3:00 kickoff. Hopefully we'll get a good gate there. I'm hoping we do, because it's a local derby, but you never know. And then looking a little bit further than that, on the 30th, we've got Pickering Town away, haven't we? Always a difficult place to go, Richard. I've never been to Pickering's ground, have you?
No, and me neither.
All right, so two virgins going to the ground then. Yeah, so that hopefully that'll be on. So another winnable game. I know Pickering are just starting to pick up a little bit, but we should give them a good game. So there's points to be had, isn't there?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
So
they won pretty comfortably at home to Pickering, didn't we?
Was it a comfortable 1-0?
Something like that, but it wasn't. Yeah. I mean, they've got Wayne Brooksby, haven't they, as a captain? He'll be their best player, I would think.
Oh yeah, he was a player. Wayne was in his
certainly was. Yeah, certainly was.
I'll tell you what, Richard, Wayne makes me feel very old. I used to teach Wayne at college.
Oh, did you?
when he was a spindly little 16-year-old. Yes. He wasn't a bad little player then, but he's certainly come on in leaps and bounds. But yes, Wayne, you make me feel very old. 20 plus years ago, I think that was. Although Wayne can't be 36, surely. Probably less than that. Probably about 15.
Getting on, isn't he? He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Couple of spells at Ferriby, Guiseley, Scarborough.
Yeah, he's just
been around a long time.
Yeah, we could do with him, I must admit. But I think he lives the York area, doesn't he? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So we've got some good games to look forward to, and all being well, we get the fans back at the Easy Buy. I know it's been a bit stop-start this season. I mean, the pitch hasn't been brilliant, but to be fair, I think we've only had to sort of cancel 2 or 3 games, haven't we, at Barton? Because we've had a lot of away games cancelled, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, competitions and such.
Yeah, and then frosty pitches, waterlogged pitches, that sort of thing. So we've got plenty of games to look forward to. We've got and the rest of the season. So it's all to play for. And there's certainly Danny North, who's taken over from Nathan Germany, seems to be doing a good job. I mean, I think that was his 3rd game in charge with Pete Wynn. I think they lost the first one against Rossington, then they beat Tadcaster and obviously drawn against Handsworth. So they've a reasonable start. I think that's work in progress with them too, and I think we need to get behind them. Yeah, got lots of experience.
Yeah, we could do with Danny North up front as well.
Well, we could, but then we'll have nobody. Winnie came on the second half, and that's what we needed. We needed that experience, didn't we? With so many young lads in there. Winnie with that experience. It did make me laugh yesterday when Will Ward become short for it. We can't repeat what Pete said to him, but it was rather colourful, wasn't it?
Yeah, he wanted a long ball. Yes.
which was stated to William in no uncertain terms.
Yes,
and William got the message and had a chuckle on his face, didn't he? So that was very good. So that's everything to look forward to, and we'll just see how it goes.
That's it for this edition of Swans Talk. Thanks for listening.